Your discretion is advised. You have been warned.
But holy book.
That's a good question. You're blocked.
G'day guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. One of my subs have sent me this link to a TV advert that's playing in Sweden. So let's go check it out and see what they're playing over in Sweden.
Det finns ingen väg tillbaka.
Sverige blir aldrig som det varit.
There's no way back. Sweden will never be what it once was.
Europa är i förändring och Sverige behövs som en trygg plats för människor på.
Europe is changing, and Sweden is needed as a safe space for people who seek refuge.
Also Land.
Bitte Mücken.
Alle Babyklagen als Deutsch gesagt. Wie war das belegt, wenn es Sommer ist? Wenn die Mädchen etwas leichter bekleidet sind. Ist das
Ganz einfach, indem wir das nicht provozieren und dort nicht entlang fällt.
Oh, in sein eigenes Land! In seine eigene Stadt darf man nicht mehr! Ah, Junge! In seine eigene Stadt! In seine eigene Stadt darf man nicht mehr gehen! Geh bloß nach Hause, Junge! Wer hat dich denn gewählt? Die kommen hierher und wir dürfen nicht mehr lang gehen! Junge, du haust Dinger raus hier!
Flykt.
Nu måste vi söka vägar framåt och hitta ett sätt för alla att leva tillsammans.
Now we must look forward and find a way to live side by side.
Once upon a time, there was a safe welfare state called Sweden. This beautiful part of Sweden that we call Skåne is where my forefathers lived as long back as I have been able to research, the beginning of the 18th century. Now, Sweden has turned into Absurdistan, a country that has one of the highest number of reported rapes in the world. Hundreds of so-called exclusion areas, more than 55 no-go zones where police and ambulance get stoned, and Sharia law is becoming more important than Swedish law.
Det är dags att inse att nya svenskar kommer att ta plats.
It's time to realize that new Swedes will claim their space.
Here we are yet again with yet another episode of, air quotes, migrants assaulting European women. This time again, unfortunately, it was in Sweden. You had two different music festivals. One was Parken, that's Party in the Park or Festival in the Park. And then you also had Bavaria. These festivals featured very young girls. I think there was about almost 40 girls combined between the two festivals that accused the, air quotes, migrants of sexually harassing them and assaulting them. And some of the girls were young as 12 years old. These are very little girls, and I direct your attention to the screen. You can see how young these girls are.
Kultur, språk och vanor.
Och det är dags att se det som en positiv kraft.
And bring their culture, language, and habits. And it's time to see this as a positive force.
Something else that Muslim immigration appears to have brought to Norway is what some here call a rape epidemic. Recent police statistics showed that in the capital of Oslo, 100% of assault rapes between strangers were committed by immigrant non-Western males, and 9 out of 10 of their victims were native Norwegian women. Some blonde Norwegian women have reportedly begun dyeing their hair black, and many travel only in groups. Kristen Spitsnogel is a therapist who has counseled some of the rape victims, and she's been attacked in the Norwegian media for saying what many will not, that the rape problem is primarily Muslim men raping non-Muslim women, and any woman who does not dress modestly and wear the Muslim headscarf could be considered by some Muslim men as fair game.
For them, I think the hijab is a symbolic marker which separates the submissive, proper Muslim women from what they see as the Norwegian horse. But when I say horse, I'm really just referring to their own words. This is what they told the journalists.
Spitsnogel says Norway's left-wing establishment has been blaming the victims, because the whole notion that Islamic culture is dangerous to women is very politically incorrect here.
Att vara svensk måste få vara mer än hudfärg och födelseort.
Det måste få vara du, jag och alla tillsammans.
To be Swedish must be more than skin color and place of birth. It must be you, me, and everyone together.
Det är med stor sorg och ilska som jag idag har tagit emot det budskapet att en 22-årig kvinna som arbetade på ett boende för ensamkommande flyktingbarn har avlidit efter att ha blivit knivskuren på sin arbetsplats. Jag tror att ganska många människor i Sverige nu känner en stor oro för att det ska bli fler liknande fall när Sverige tar emot så många ensamkommande barn och unga. Många av dem som kommer unga hit till Sverige har traumatiska upplevelser och erfarenheter och det finns inga enkla svar på hur detta ska hanteras. Men det finns några viktiga principer som ska gälla.
Det har ju kommit väldigt många nykomna som har kommit till Sverige och vi har ju varit på ett flertal bråk varje vecka runt om i Region Väst och jag vet även i övriga Polissverige har vi haft mycket larm till boenden.
Det är inte bara nya svenskar som ska integreras.
Alla behöver integreras, även etablerade svenskar.
It's not only new Swedes that need to integrate. Everyone needs to integrate. Even established Swedes.
Last year, 163,000 asylum seekers came to Sweden, and even though we have since then introduced border controls, the prognosis is that somewhere between 70,000 and 140,000 will come this year, to a country with a total population of 9.5 million.
Integration handlar om ömsesidighet.
Integration is about finding mutual understanding.
You are not going to eat today?
No, we don't want to eat.
Why not?
Because the eat is so bad and so strange, and the animal don't eat that just like this eat. So we want our money to get some what we need from the supermarket. We don't want to eat from this eat. Yes, because this bad eat. We about 13 days here, so the eat is so not so good. And we want just money, just our money. So we are just like animal here. No anyone care about us.
What would you like to tell to the people?
I want to tell the UN to come to help us and
Låt oss skapa en framtid
som bygger på lika delar realitet och framtidstro.
Låt oss bygga.
Let's create a future that is based on equal parts reality and belief in the future.
I've got a story I want to tell you about a church in Stockholm, Sweden called the Seafarers Church. It's a Christian church, of course, but its bishop, Eva Brun, wants to take down the crosses. Instead, she actually wants to mark the direction to Mecca so that Muslim migrants can use the church and pray to Mecca and not be offended by anything too churchy. It's a real story. Here it is in a Stockholm newspaper. The bishop says she wants the church to be more like a bus station or an airport with a non-denominational lounge, except that, of course, it would have directions pointing to Mecca, just no crosses. So by non-denominational, she really means to turn the church into a mosque.
ett land där vi sätter hat och rädsla åt sidan.
Let's build a country where we can put hate and fear aside.
Filma istället!
Vi har alla det nya landet inom oss.
I våra synsätt, tankar och handlingar.
We all have the new country within us. In our world view, thoughts and actions.
You need a deck? I don't give you a deck. I give you a deck, African deck. Like this. You leave this. Voilà. مش شلوخ يا راح تعطيني كمك. يا حمار why you send me a shluch? Why you send me a shluch? Why? He a shluch. Send me a shluch. Was noch? Ich mach was. Ich warte. Kein Thema. Da filmi الزبي ها. عايز تمشي ما يدك. فيلمي يا عطاي. ايش مغلي فيلميكس متسوكا. عارف شو بيش يا عارف شو يا هذا زفران الزبي عندك هذا
Det är dags att vi tillsammans formar ett land
som är stolt, inkluderande och håll.
It's time to create a country together that is proud, inclusive and sustainable.
In hospital. Yes. Because this is a problem.
What was the problem?
Problem here.
Problem there?
Exactly. Balls, it's very big. Like this. It's
Your
big.
balls.
Really. He said make sex with anyone or make anything.
We are 400 people, okay? How I can bring the girl to here, okay? She go like she go like make 400 times sex.
Sport. Något nytt.
Something new. The new country.
Flyktingarna bussades från södra Sverige upp till Ostön men kände sig lurade och missnöjda. Under söndagen började det gå mot Sundsvall. Engagerade Tinderbor ordnade skjuts till närmaste busshållplats i Söråker. Men där tog det stopp när de inte kunde lösa biljett.
Det nya landet.
Almost every day we can read in the so-called alternative media about rapes against Swedish women and girls committed by asylum seekers or other migrants from the third world. Up until a few decades ago, no one had heard about gang rape. Now it happens every week.
There you have it. Thanks for watching. I know someone will complain that I haven't played the advert in its entirety, so what I'll do now is just play the Swedish advert. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.
Det finns ingen väg tillbaka.
Sverige blir aldrig som det varit.
Europa är i förändring.
Och Sverige behövs som en trygg plats för människor på flykt.
Nu måste vi söka vägar framåt och hitta ett sätt för alla att leva tillsammans.
Det är dags att inse att nya svenskar kommer att ta plats.
Med kultur, språk och vanor.
Och det är dags att se det som en positiv kraft.
Att vara svensk måste få vara mer än hudfärg och födelseort.
Det måste få vara du, jag och alla tillsammans.
Det är inte bara nya svenskar som ska integreras.
Alla behöver integreras, även etablerade svenskar.
Integration handlar om ömsesidighet.
Låt oss skapa en framtid
som bygger på lika delar realitet och framtidstro.
Låt oss bygga ett land
där vi sätter hat och rädsla åt sidan.
Vi har alla det nya landet inom oss.
I våra synsätt, tankar och handlingar.
Det är dags att vi tillsammans formar ett land
som är stolt, inkluderande och hållbart.
Något nytt. Det nya landet.
Strike!